I'll ask you one question.
Okay.
Do you feel old?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you, Mr. Tan, do you feel old? Do you feel old? You rasa tua tak?
I'm 75 plus, but not old.
I'm 73 plus. I don't feel old.
It's a number.
It's just a number. Yes, you are as old as you feel. There's one gerontologist, the one who studies old age, says you are as old as you feel. Old age is body. The mind doesn't age. The mind is ageless. So the secret of youth is don't feel old. Be timeless. And your mind, you feel as timeless. You don't feel old. Even your body will follow your mind. Yes?
At 70 plus, I still drive to Kota Tinggi and back. Now I cannot do it.
Physically, I'm talking mentally.
70 plus, I still
Yeah,
drive
yeah.
to Kota Tinggi
Yeah,
and back.
I noticed.
Now I can.
Because you're physically weak. But your mind is not weak. You can still scold people. When you can still scold people, that means your mind is not old. Yeah? If you had a physical strength, you would scold even more. This is Ong. Does he still scold you? So anyway, come back to tonight's talk. We're still beginner's talk. But slowly I'm getting there. Just like you don't feel old yet, but slowly you're getting there. Like it's not getting dark, completely dark yet, but you're slowly getting there. So when it's getting dark, you need more light. When you do vipassana, you're slowly getting to the root of all your problems. The darkness within the darkness. the inner darkness, the root of all your sufferings. And what is the light? The light is your mindfulness. When your mindfulness, at least for the moment, at the initial level of reality, delusion is not present. Wholesomeness and unwholesomeness do not coexist in a single moment. So either you're mindful or you're not. You're talking of a single moment. So when you're mindful, the delusion mind factor is not there. Okay? But mindfulness is not just mindfulness. There are many, it's also conditioned. There's many aspects to it. Sometimes you're more mindful, sometimes you're not so mindful. But still you're mindful. Then there are many things. Sometimes you're mindful of some things, but you're not mindful of other things. Yeah. It's more important you are mindful of the more important things. The not so important things, a slip of mindfulness would not make much difference. For example, you can be forgetful. When you're forgetful, usually you're not mindful. Like you may forget what? The name of your grandmother. Is it important? Not so important. Sometimes it's important, but for the moment, most of us, it's not important. I remember once I tried to remember my grandfather's face. I cannot remember. He died when I was around 4 years old. My father's father, not the one here from Malacca. Malacca, I don't know when he died, but I know he died. I've even forgotten when he died. Bila dia mati, saya sudah lupa. So I tried to remember his face. Tak boleh. I have old photographs of him, family photographs of him. But there's a photograph. I cannot remember him as I remember him personally, when he was alive. There was a short video clip because my uncle used to like to play with, those camera stuff during those days. He also has died, of course. But they had a small film of him. Still, personally, it's not the same as remembering. So I tried, I cannot remember. Is it important? Not so important. It doesn't interfere. Mostly it's because not so important, because it doesn't interfere with my practice. If I cannot remember him personally, how he looked like and so on, I can still practice vipassana to the best of my ability. So remembering him to me is not so important. Yeah? But to the Chinese tradition, maybe to them it's very important because they are their ancestry, your roots. To me, tidak apalah. No. So I make my point to do a bit of research. I try to recollect. This way meditation helps. I try to build up my mindfulness of recollection. It's one of the practice you do when you recollect, try to recollect your past life, you know. And you go into deep concentration and you slowly trace back your life. And now, yesterday what you did, the day before what you did. And slowly you trace from year to year what you remember, you know. So I came to the point, yes, I remember how he looked like. As I saw him when I was young. Crystal clear. Huh? 4 years old. I remember when he died also. I remember he was dead. His leg was facing me. And my mother was there with the white and hemp cloth, my grandmother was going there in front of him crying. And my mother and my auntie was commenting. I can still remember their comments. What for you cry? He's already dead. How told me? And I remember at that time, 4 years old, I agreed with them completely. Yes, he died. Why you want to cry? When I was young, I still remember my thinking, you know. Why you cry? I was small then. That I know because my memory at that time of remembering was so clear. I know it was real. It wasn't imagination. There's mindfulness built up to a strong degree to trace back. But there's no vipassana. No vipassana. If I can't do that, it doesn't matter. I can still get insight knowledges. So you see, mindfulness, different types of mindfulness. And when mindfulness is built up to a very strong degree, it amounts to what we call wisdom. It becomes a wisdom faculty. When the mindfulness, the clarity is so sharp that it can find out things you normally cannot find out. Things that normal person cannot remember. It needs some kind of a super kind of memory or super kind of awareness to be able to find out. So, okay, we stop here. I won't carry on with my life story, you know. But this has something to do with the mindfulness. So, that's why mindfulness, this is important because how mindfulness develop into insight or wisdom. Wisdom is a very specialized kind of mindfulness. It's a knife that's sharpened to solve a lot of problems. That is so sharp. I remember once Upadita was talking to us about very dull yogi. Mind is not sharp in meditation. He's a monk, Western monk. It's very slow progress. he commented that for a person with dull mind, it's like cutting a banana stem with a blunt knife. You know a blunt knife? A blunt knife. Like what, for example, what is a blunt knife? Like a piece of metal, but it is not sharp. You cannot cut anything. Banana stem, have you seen cut a banana stem before? Banana stem is very tough. It's not very hard, but very tough. Not soft. It's very sticky and very like leather, tough. You know what I mean of tough? You know leather. Your mind is becoming like a leather. Leather, you know it's leather. The cow skin. You know what's a cow skin? Banana stem is tough, like a cow skin. If your knife is not sharp, can you cut through a leather? You know, use something round, round. You try to cut with the round thing. Can you cut? So I mean, it's very difficult when your mind is blunt. So you have to sharpen your mindfulness, so that like a razor blade, you just cut it, cuts through. So your mindfulness has to be very sharp. Then you look at anything, you can see clearly. A sharp mind is like a camera lens with many pixels. Many pixels. Like a scissors, very sharp, you can cut through everything. But your scissors is not sharp, you try to cut like this thing, very difficult to cut. It's very sharp. So that when your mindfulness is sharp, when you see things, you see not just one thing, but many things in there. You can see through things. You can cut through things. That's why when you train to watch a phenomena, you have to train to watch it very sharp, very detailed. Your mind must be very sensitive. Just like a blind man's hands is very sensitive. He can feel many things. But a person who is not blind, for example, a person, a mechanic worker, he always hammer, his hand is very thick, he cannot feel anything much, he feels everything only rough. So the mindfulness, when you watch the object, rising, falling, it doesn't just see rise, fall. You can feel it like the blind man feeling very sensitively. All the fine textures and phenomena rising and passing away with each rise and fall. That's when you say you watch lifting, pushing, stepping. First right, step, you follow. Okay, at least you can follow. After that, you have to walk slower and start feeling more. What can you feel? You can feel sensations of rising, sensations of falling. What type of sensations? You must not try to know. You walk, okay, it's like very light. Then you feel the tension building up. Then after that you feel pain coming, and vibrations and pulsations in the feet when you let it come down. So every part of the process you feel more and more sensations. That means your mindfulness of sensations is getting sharper and clearer. Yeah? That's why in that way you have to start sharpening your mindfulness. Yeah? What happens if you take a camera with only 1 pixel? What can you get? Is that black or white? Huh? But if you have more pixels, and then you can see more things, more colors, more detail. So in the same way, when your mindfulness is sharpened, you must try to make your mindfulness sharp, sensitive, and to be able to pick up objects. We call it markers, marks. Sanya, nimitta. Mark, we call it nimitta, signs. Pick up. And then when you pick up many, and then you join them together, and then you see what object you're watching out. Is Mr. Tekju's face or Mr. Ong's face? All those objects fit up. So this is a very important part of Vipassana. Because it's not just about mindfulness, it's not just about concentration, it's about insight. You're mindful, okay, at least you won't go crazy. Your mind can be, when you're mindful, your mind is peaceful, the mind is clear, and so on, which is good. But when you concentrate this mindfulness so that it becomes strong and powerful. When there's light, at least you're not in the dark. But when your light is clearer and clearer, then you can see more things. That means your eyes are brighter, you're brighter. So when your mindfulness is stronger, it gets clearer, you can follow your rising, falling better, you follow the footstep better, and you don't have all this thinking, sleepiness to come and interfere with you. When you do walking, rise down. Like, why don't you go to the toilet? Why don't you go and check your telephone? And all this kaypoh. Busybody mind. You're not supposed to do all those things. You should be watching your rising and falling. Okay, follow. But it's not just concentration. It's also mindfulness of all the details that are happening there. Sharp mindfulness, more sensitive to pick up all the things that are happening, arising and passing there at that moment. And that's what we call sharp, exploratory mindfulness. It's like a searching mind, it's like a seeking mind. It's a blind man that starts feeling about where am I, and what is there. So as I said, this meditation is about experiencing. How you experience things. Experience mindfulness, experience it with stronger mind, concentration. Then you experience it with sharp clarity, in depth of what is happening to reality. Which means Vipassana mindfulness is important. First, it must be strong mindfulness. Second, it must be concentrated. And third, it must be penetrating. Toulu. Chinese, we call it Toulu. Tupo. That means you're able to see through, like X-ray. X-ray eyes, for example, you cannot see, find out whether you have cancer or not. So you go to the CT scan, MRI scan, and I don't know what scan they have. They go, put you into the machine, and zoom you into the thing, and then the thing explore you from this side, that side, up, down, all over the place. Huh? Have you tried that before? Lucky fellow. Have you tried it before? Lucky fellow. Have you tried it before?
Recently, just went for the brain scan.
What happened? Nothing.
Okay.
Okay. Once I went to a brain scan, because I got glaucoma, so suddenly it seems it came, so they suspected brain lesions. They put a dye into me, and then after that, they put me into that what do you call? The MRI, that coffin thing, you know? That thing that looks like a space capsule. It looks like a space capsule. So I went in there. I said, my goodness, I feel I'm going into outer space. They're putting me on a capsule and they're sending me some... When is it going to take off? Not yet, not yet. Wait a few moments. After that I came out, I was disappointed. I thought I was going into outer space. I didn't know I'm still here, not ground level, ground zero. Anyway, just when they go inside your body. But here Vipassana is something close to that. Except it's not just the body, also the mind. And goes much finer. And the MRI can scan the brain, but it cannot scan your mind. Mr. Krishna, what defilement has he got? Scan. He got still so much attachment to durian. What do that must say? Operation, surgery, take out his craving for durian, and then he can become Arahant quicker. Yeah? But the MRI cannot do that. You have to go to Vipassana retreat. Then only can get, every time the craving come out, durian or mangosteen or what? Gold. What else? Craving you got? It's like, there's no craving, and then you pull out. It's called the Vipassana scan. So that, how powerful it is, and then you have to train in your mindfulness to keep on increasing your concentration and sharpening it. Watch finer and finer objects, watch finer and finer processes. And then there come a point where the whole inner picture becomes clear. But before you can get the whole complete picture, you have to train it to look deeper and deeper, look finer and finer. This is called the exploratory mindfulness. The sensing, not the sensing. Sharp, how sharp is your sense? How sharp, what you can pick up? The ability to sense, ability to pick up, ability to make a conclusion, what it is. Looking for, recognizing it, and seeing through it. Okay? The three parinya I was talking about in the last retreat in Kota Tinggi. Knowledge of the known, that is distinct. Knowledge of comprehension. This thing that you know is a process, is conditioned reality. It's not one thing, it's made up of many things. And knowledge of Pahana Parinya of what? Of cessation, of dissolution, or cessation or unreality, seeing through it. The first comes with the first 1 or 2 second insight knowledge. The second comes with the third and fourth insight knowledge. The last comes with the fifth insight knowledge of dissolution. But this is being developed, this sharpening of these knowledges of full understanding. Parinya means full understanding. The training comes before this insight knowledges. How far once develop one insight knowledge, it goes to the second, and how far one develops the second, goes to the third. So you have to develop mindfulness, strong concentration, and start looking more and more. It's just rising, falling. How many types of rising, falling can you see? Rise and fall, 2. Tak cukup lah, mana boleh. Lagi, some more. The long rising, short rising, smooth rising, tense rising. Better. Tapi lagi tak cukup. Masih ada banyak. So you look, then you see more and more things, and so you sharpen. After this is only the body, it's only rupa, materiality. You must watch the mind as well, mental phenomena. Only watching body, tak cukup. The body is only half the story. Half the truth. Separuh aja. I must tutup, complete. So we watch the mental phenomena like that. Next one is pain. Pain is a mental phenomena. Must watch clearly pain. How is your pain? Very painful. Of course, I know it's very painful, but how? Tell me. I want to know. So he said, pain like I'm going to die. Not bad. But you're not dead yet, so you can tell me more. Lagi. So like knife cutting, like squeezing, like hot, burning. Good, more. So you look more and more, mindfully. No mindfulness, both way. No mindfulness, you're not looking at completely, you're having anger. You must look with mindfulness, look with a calm mind, peaceful mind, clear mind, and then you get a clear picture. When your mind is disturbed, you take photograph, everything is a mess. So you must have clear, then take photograph. Correct. Then you have to increase your magnification and increase your focus and all those things. And then you get a clearer picture. So in the same way, when you observe pain is mental phenomena. So that's why after that, when feelings, then consciousness. Consciousness is getting more subtle. Consciousness is like the wind. Can you take photograph of the wind? Yeah. How to take photograph of the wind? Yes? Kimling.
Unless the leaf or the branches.
Yes. But there's the leaf and branches, there's not a wind. There's the leaves and branches. For example, a person is sad, cry, I take photograph. Is it his sadness? No, you can only see the face. The photograph cannot pick up the mental phenomena. Even a microscope and also cannot pick up the mental phenomena. Right? Because it is a mental phenomena. You need the mind to pick up the mental. It's a mindfulness. So, but with your mind, you can learn to watch. That's why we're talking about the last retreat in Kyoto Tinggi. Talking about the mind door. When you watch Vipassana, you must watch and experience the object through the mind door. The body door, pinch, you get something. But you go deep, you go through the mind door. Because mental phenomena is known only to the mind door. So you have to train to watch through the mind door more. In the beginning, even everyday life, the mind door is working. Of course, you don't know it is the mind door, but it's working there. But when you go into deeper concentration, then you use more solely the mind door to watch. But the base of it are the 5 sense door. From the 5 sense door, then you get more into the mind door. And when you go into deeper concentration. So this is what we call the exploratory mind that we have to learn to develop when you develop Vipassana. If you don't develop this exploratory mind that gives rise to full understanding, you get nowhere. Even you do samatha for a long time, and you go with all the jhanas, you still get no insight knowledge. You get wisdom faculty, but not insight knowledge. Because insight knowledge needs to see through all those concepts, viññāti. You see through all those concepts, those ideas of time, place, person, form, and all those things, to see into the basic reality behind everything. When you see that clearly, with all its conditions, then you get the first pariññā, the first full understanding of the known. So tonight I'm going to talk a bit more on the one step further. Like the rupa, first we start with rupa, the body foundation of mindfulness. Body foundation of mindfulness, we usually start with that because it's grosser. As I said in the beginning, it's easier to follow a pig than follow a mosquito or fly. Why? Because the pig is bigger size. Mosquito and fly are more difficult, it's small. Then after that, you just start following the final, just learn to follow the wind. How you follow the wind? You're going to be blown by the wind, flow with the wind, flow with the water. So beginning we watch rising, falling, sitting, touching, and we try to catch. You just keep following the process without thinking. Keep the mind in the present. The Vipassana object is always in the present. Don't think of the past. The past is gone. The future is unreached. Do not trace back the past. Do not wonder about the future. Past is gone. Future is unreached. You have to be really clear of what is present. It's the basic instructions of Vipassana. Very precise and very curt. So clear, peaceful stop, and you just zero in onto your meditation object. You watch the sensation at that moment, without thinking of I, me, my. This is the leg, this is the hands, what time is it, how long I've been watching it. No, you just know it then and then. With a clear mind, not just know, but know with deep precision and detail and so on. Then you get a clear picture. That's what the aiming is. But in the beginning, you just keep trying to mindful and keep following your object. You can do that for half an hour, you're already fantastic. Then you can go to the next step of sharpening your mindfulness. This comes maybe after 1 week. But within first day to 1 week, slowly improve more and more. Okay? Then, right, after that. Then after that, you start going to finer objects. And body, when you can feel the rising, falling, and walking footsteps, then when you slowly put aside the concept of person, the concept of time, and so on, then you begin to get the actual experience of the reality, we call it the Paramattha Dhamma, behind all these things. This is we call it the elements. The 4 major elements and the derived materiality. Starting with the body, the 3 of the 4 elements. Earth element experienced as hardness and softness in the first level. Fire element experienced as hot and cold. Wind element experienced as tension and relaxed state of the body, looseness. 3 elements. The 4th element, water element, is very subtle. You don't experience so easily. It's experienced only at the mind door. So these 3. But what is hardness? You think hardness, when you take a hammer and hit your head hard. That is thinking. So you will take a hammer and hit your head, you feel hard. You don't feel hard, you feel pain. But if you tap slowly, tick, 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 tick. So which is harder? The hammer harder or your head is harder? Which is harder? Of course, you say hammer is harder. But I didn't ask you, when you say harder, what is harder? So, you think of hammer, you think hammer. Hammer is not the reality. The hardness. So you feel the hardness. That means hard and soft is basically the same thing. So when you can feel that same thing, hard is soft, soft is hard, then you feel it, the earth element, the characteristic. What may be a better example would be the fire element, hot and cold. Let's see, what is hot and hot? When I think, Malacca is here afternoon, panas sampai mati. Very hot. Okay? But you think, here VSN is hot? Yes, in the afternoon. Not bad. Even you don't put an aircon also, not so bad. If you remember Bukit Rambai, you remember Bukit Rambai? Were you there? You're not belum datang. You were there, I think you was there. Young was there. First retreat was there. Was it hot? Hotter than here? You remember? Why? Because the zinc roof. The wood is just wooden planks, a small shrine hall, and the zinc roof. very hot. Surrounding all cement. So what they try to cool down the temperature, they put the water on the roof. And the water on the roof. Improves slightly, but hot is hot, and so it's hotter than here. Where you go to the desert, you go to Sahara Desert, and you wear the turban and ride on a camel. Lagi panas. Certain parts in Thailand also very hot. There's one part in Thailand where they say very hot. In the afternoon, you cannot sit and meditate. What you can do, is you lie down on the floor of the kuti, you have a pail of water beside you. You cover your whole body from head to feet with your monk robes. Then you take the water, pour. Very soon it becomes dry. Take another. Panas macam itu, tahu tak? So don't complain. Not hot. Then my teacher, Bangkok, hot isn't so very hot. What they do, they take the ropes, they take a pail of water, soak in the pail of water, and wear. After that, very quickly it get dry. Put in whole cold water and then put in the bed. Dia buat macam itu, baru boleh. Then only you can survive. How do you survive? Now here you see you got aircon. Don't complain, too cold. So, when you really watch, let's say heat and cold, what is hot and what is cold, you must really watch into it. Remember last time it's hot, I really watched into the heat. When you watch the heat, it's not so hot anymore. Boleh tahan. Because why? The mind has the aversion. When the aversion is not there, the heat, even though you feel it, is not so strong. It's the aversion that comes with the strong heat that makes it very bad. Mindfulness makes a big difference. I remember last time I was having the toothache, doing canneling. They put anesthesia, not enough. So while they were doing the canneling about to kill the nerve, the anesthesia wore off. No more anesthesia. So luckily I got mindfulness. I practice mindfulness. This is what you're going to practice. You have to practice what you preach. Okay, I practice. I'm mindful. Not. So they take the pin and poke into the root canal. I said, wow. It didn't feel so bad. Could tahan. Not so bad. Boleh tahan. So because no anger, it's not so bad. It's only the aversion. You haven't come to it, coming, you're already shivering. That will be terrible. So when you learn to watch elements, when it shows really how mindful you are. So when you watch you can watch the heat properly. Same thing. You watch the hot and cold. It's basically the same thing. Both are the fire element, hỏa ta. Api. Cold is the soft wind element, or they call it weak. Hot is the strong wind element. So basically they are both, not wind, fire element. Cold is the soft fire element. Hot is the strong fire element. So basically the same thing. So somewhere along the path they meet. A good example of the meeting point is your minyak angin. Hot and cold, the berjumpa mana? Berjumpa di minyak angin. Right, you know? Because you put the minyak angin here, sensitive spot. Is it cold or hot? It can be cold, it can be hot, no? Because it hurts the feelings. The feelings are strong, sensitive. So it can feel hot, it can feel cold. So is it hot or cold? It's neither hot nor cold. It's both hot and cold in the extreme sense that it causes pain. So when you watch clearly that feeling, Hongyu element, and you're watching fire element directly. So when you look properly at your body objects, you go into the elements and you watch the nature of the elements. And when you watch the nature of the elements, you find the element is not static. The element changes naturally, moment to moment. It changes neither fast nor slow. It is instantaneous. It rises. The moment you see it, the moment it passes away. If you clear enough. So from there, you're watching like the pig, you follow the pig and you follow very well, the pig become a chicken. So you follow the chicken until the chicken become a bee. You follow the bee until it become a mosquito. And after you follow the mosquito until you become a bacteria. So you follow the bacteria, it becomes a virus. You follow the virus until it becomes a atom. So you follow the atom until it becomes an electron. And you follow the electron until it becomes what? Pure energy. Then you start going into quantum physics. Quantum physics, you talk of the lightning wriggle, I think. You don't know what they call it a worm. So you follow like that. You can, from there, you get insight into the pig, you get insight into the chicken, you get insight into the mosquito, you get insight into the bacteria, you get insight into the virus, you get insight into the electron. And finally you go beyond. You go into rigor, that means you're going to the deeper insight knowledges. So from there. But this, not only this, you also, when your practice has to be more stable and more balanced, you don't only watch the body, rupa. You watch also the mental phenomena, starting with feelings. The feeling, the starting point you watch is the painful feeling. Painful feeling. Pain is very gross, very rough, so you must learn to be mindful, and you follow what happens to the pain, and then observe the pain. There's so many different types, how they come, how they go, how they arise, how they disappear, and you watch the pain under the same principle. Mindful, follow, observe. The pain, mindful, that's not easy, because pain is very strong and very harsh. And when it's very strong, very harsh, it's difficult to bear. So your mindfulness must be very soft and very peaceful. Once your mind is disturbed, pain coming, pain, start shivering like the teeth. Then you're not mindful anymore. You must be steady. Pain come. Okay, pain. Bo tai chi. apa hal, tak ada apalah ini tikus punya pain, macam tikus. Tikus will become monyet. After tikus become monyet, and become harimau. The worst is when the harimau become a pontianak. Come and suck your blood. Then you die. So that's where the training is, but it won't become a harimau so fast. So when the pain is there, you can be mindful, and then you keep with the pain, stay with it. One thing is good is pain, you don't have to follow it, but you follow your rising, falling. They follow you. You tak payah ikut dia ikut you. So the pain will stick to you, and you become stronger. So okay, good. When your pain stick to you, that means you don't have to worry about concentration, because the pain is always there. You don't need to worry about concentration. Concentration, automatic. Built-in concentration comes with pain. The only thing is you must be mindful. You must keep calm, peaceful, steady. Then when you watch the pain face to face, the pain will tell you everything. It's like you see the doctor. Malay is called case. How you say doctor in Malay? How is it doctor in Malay? Same ah? Doktor. Saya sakit. Mana sakit? Perut sakit. Perut mana sakit? Perut sini, sana. So same, you watch the pain, you don't even have to ask, the pain will tell you. All you have to do is listen. The pain will tell, this is pain, I'm pain like this, I'm cutting pain, I'm squeezing pain, I'm very pain. So you just listen. Dengar aja. So you listen how the pain tells you, all sorts of type of pain. All you have to do is remain calm and watch the pain come and go, come and go. It's a built-in concentration. Better than AI. So, after that, next is to observe carefully. You must listen properly, then you know all the details. So you observe clearly, look into it, and dig into it. So you look into the detail of pain. The pain is not a static thing. It arises and passes away. If it arises and it doesn't pass away, then you're in trouble. You nak masuk hospital, tuan. Too serious. Then they have to put you under the scan. So when the pain is too strong, you really have to go into the scan already. Go deep into it and watch all the things arising and passing away. When you are able to do that, automatic insight, built-in insight. Tak payah cari, dia beritahu. You're having cancer, my friend. You need surgery. Dia beritahu. Okay? You watch pain. But when you watch pain carefully, you're able to see the process and you see the dissolution. You can see the breaking up of pain and you can see the pain passing away. There are even cases of healing. People who suffer from cancer, they meditate. In Burma, no medicine, no all this what you call chemotherapy. Even they have also, not enough money to buy. So what happens? They have to use Dharma therapy, the do and die method. Yeah, either you get cured or you mati. But mati also never mind. You do so much meditation and you mati, you go heaven, enjoy life. If you do better, you go nibbana, no more rebirth. Also very good. So it's called Dhamma therapy. So you watch, mindful, follow, observe the pain. Usually it's not so serious. Usually after a while it disappears. Then you can go back to the rising, falling, and all those things. Later you develop more, you go into pleasurable feelings and neutral feelings. So your field of mindfulness becomes more complete. It's only 1 hour, so we postpone that to tomorrow's talk. Remember mindfulness, concentration, then insight, the searching, exploring, inquiring, researching, observing mindfulness. That give rise, not just observing the vipassana object, your paramattha dhamma, ultimate reality, away from concepts. Okay, we stop here tonight. Any questions? Another question, So, we come back at 9:30 for some basic matter.